Hello everyone and welcome to Scotch Slash Takes a Look at Loadout. Now this is a first-person shooter, kind of in the vein of Blacklight Retribution, where it is a microtransaction game. You get the game for free and you have to pay for certain upgrades, things like that to happen. It is a little bit different than that. It's a little zanier, it's a little more cartoony, but it is an amazing game. First off, we're going to take a look at the options menu here real quick. Now just to let you know, this video is going to be split up into two parts. First part is going to go over options and customization, mainly because there is so much customization to this that it's a little nuts. Second part is going to go over gameplay. So we take a look here. Options are really basic. It has a nudity thing, which don't get too excited about that. I haven't seen any nudity, and honestly I don't know if I want to. These people are ugly, but it's there if you want it. Graphics, it has a colorblind mode, which is actually very nice. Controls are eh. Audio, eh. I mean, it's got basics. That's pretty much it. Now, as you see at the top of the screen here, these are the different menu options that you have. You can get space bucks. Now, space bucks is the currency used that you have to buy with actual money. There's two types of currency: space bucks and then the DNA things or atom things. I can't remember exactly what they're called. They're the ones in blue. That currency, the blue currency, you can use to buy just about anything here. You can use it to buy just about anything. It's really nice. So you have the option to fight, store, weapon crafting, inventory, loadouts, outfitter, locker, and credits. So I'm gonna take a quick look at the store. This is where you can buy gold, you can buy avatars. The avatars here you can only purchase with space bucks. You can't buy bloots. That's what it's called. They're called bloots. So you can't get, anything too crazy. The avatars themselves, they're just. I think these are just. It doesn't actually say what it is. I think these are just like pictures that you have. Loot. It has boost, loot crates. You can purchase different parts, and these you can purchase with your bloots, the blue currency, and there's just a bunch of different stuff here. You can actually get different loadouts and things like that. So, let's see, loadout. So you actually can purchase, and this is one thing over the other, you actually can purchase a loadout from bloots. You can actually grind out that many bloots to get a loadout instead of actually having to spend actual money, which is good. Let's see, there's not much else that I wanted to touch on here, so we're going to get out of that. We're going to say the weapon crafting for a little bit. Outfitter. So the outfitter is where you actually get to, select your character, select, what you want. There's not very many, honestly. Let's see if we go to new character. Let's go ahead and make a character. New outfit name. Let's call this, what do we call this? Susie with a Z. Okay, so you get to choose your character. This is the only female. You have this big burly black dude, you have this white dude, you have this crazy alien guy. I don't know. So we're gonna let's make this chick. So head. So let's see. So it looks like most of the customization options are going to be gated. So most of the customization options are going to be gated with space bucks. She doesn't smoke. She's a lady. And you have different. Anyway. There's a bunch of different options here, but it looks to be that most of these are going to be gated by space bucks. So in order to customize a character, you actually have to spend money on, because it won't let you. Yeah, it won't let you do it through. Okay, and then you have taunts, things of that nature, pretty much. So we're not going to save it. It can't really do too much of the customization option. That's one of the things, I guess, that you're not able to do. That's one of the cash grabs they have in this one, so fine, that's fine. So loadouts, you start with one loadout. and you start with one. You have to unlock the other ones in the store. You get a primary, a secondary, and a grenade. The grenades themselves, I haven't seen anything that lets you get something for a better grenade, but I haven't seen them in the store, so I don't know if there is another type of grenade. It's mainly based on the weapons, and you'll see here I have a dude launcher and beams. We'll get into that in just a second. There is one thing I want to cover in the inventory real quick, because this can enhance your gameplay. These are stuff that you pick up, which is basically the different items that you get when playing that allow you to put upgrades onto your weapons. Now, it has a cool thing called fusion. What I can do is, let's say I wanted to upgrade this, and I don't know if I have enough to do it, but we're going to find out. I can take any unused ones that I have, like this one, basically any item without a check mark. This one, and let's see, it should be 5 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it didn't select this one. Okay, so if we do this one and I fuse it, I can either fuse it with space bucks or I can fuse it with blutes. So fuse it with blutes, costs 10 blutes. We'll hit OK. Alright, so we had a cage, it was at 16%, and now we have a semi-auto level 2, gives a plus 6% strength, plus 2% rate of fire, and single target trigger, which will impress, fires one shot. And it gives it different options. It gives it different options. It gives it different properties, which is something really good. There's almost a limitless supply because of all the different customization options that there are. It's a really neat concept for things that you're not going to have that you just throw away. And so all the extra ones that I had, now I don't have anymore. I don't have those. So you don't want to use ones that you're using. You want to wait until you build some up, so that way you can strengthen what you already have. But it's a pretty cool idea. I like it. So we're going to go over to weapon crafting. This is the meat and potatoes of this. Aside from the gameplay, this is the meat and potatoes. So you unlock up to 5 different weapon slots by leveling. The rest you have to purchase in the store. As you saw, you can purchase for blutes if you want. Now, we're going to go ahead and... I don't have a lot of money here, but I'm going to go through all the different ones. So let's pick this here. This is your customization. So you start with the stock. Well, we'll go back. You have 4 different options. You have a beam, launcher, pulse, and rifle. So depending on which one you choose is what kind of weapon you're going to have. We're going to stick with beam. We're going to stick with beam for this one, because this is the weapon that I use, and I love this weapon. You have a stock. You can actually change what the stock is, and if you look down on the bottom left-hand corner where all the white letters and numbers are, it'll give you different attribute changes as we scroll through. So it will give you better things as you go. So if I want to improve by doing this standard stock, or if I wanted to get like the aluminum stock, I can do that. And it does change your weapon. I'm trying to see here if I can... So that's the aluminum stock. Let's go standard. So you see at the tail end, it changes your weapon. So there is a visual to it as well. So we have that there. So we're gonna do here. So you have scopes. You can put on different scopes. We'll take a look at, let's see, the one that I really like is like the X-ray scope. So put the X-ray scope on. You have different barrels. The barrels give you different things, and the barrels can actually completely change the way that the gun works. I mean, it literally will completely change everything. Even with the trigger, the way the trigger works. You can go full auto, you can go semi-auto, you can go 2-round burst, spooling. There's a lot of different things in it too, and you have, in this case, cooling. In other cases, it's clip, actual clip size, and you also have a different effect as far as, excuse me, I'm trying to think, as far as like an element. Like I can make a health beam to where all I have to do is spam this and I start healing my people. Tesla does lightning damage. Slug is just basic connect damage. pyro, which is, pyro, which is solar damage. I can put on pyro. And it tells you how much everything's going to cost up at the top next to the name of the weapon. So, let's say I wanted to purchase pyro. I don't have enough for pyro, and I'm going to have to take off dampening. Now I have enough because it went blue. So if we go ahead and hit save, and we'll hit square again to purchase with the boots. There we go. So now I've purchased this. You can purchase everything with real money with the space box. You don't have to use this, but it works out to where you're not gated. You don't have, kind of like in Blacklight, you don't have that special thing where you have to spend money or it's not going to work. Now, one last thing I'm going to show here real quick. We're going to make a random gun. So I'm going to hit L2 to randomize, and we're going to hit yes, and we're going to randomize all the parts. I don't know what this is. I have no idea, but it looks awesome. We're going to hit triangle. We're going to test this out and see if it's for us. So it gives you a shooting range. Everything's going to load in here. Okay, so this is the X-ray, like I was showing earlier. This is the X-ray scope. Shows people in it. If they're actually behind a building, they'll actually show their skeletons and stuff. Let's see what this does. So corkscrew, bouncy. It looks like it's got a crazy reload. They're not exploding, which is crazy. Okay, this thing is weird. I don't know if I like it. It's healing. That's what it is. It's healing them. This is weird. It's healing me. Okay, this is weird. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go back. So let's say we randomize again. Oop, nope, don't want to do that. Let's see. Nope. Let's hit L2. Alright, so now we have what looks like to be a beam weapon. And it's got a long scope. Crazy reload. It only has one round. Fire rate's low. Not very good. Alright, we're gonna give it one more. We're gonna give one more randomization. Let's randomize everything. Ooh. This looks fun. It's got an LMG barrel, spooling trigger. Yeah, let's try this out. And it's healing again. So I don't know if the healing one does, if it does anything as far for the enemy, like if something happens and you're fighting the enemy, if it kills them. It doesn't look like it does because these would die as well. If it killed anything, these would die. So it has healing. You can get crit heals by shooting them in the head. This gun's weird. Alright, so we're going to back out of this. So, but that's your customization. There's a lot of different things that you can do. There's a lot of different things that can happen with it. It's really in-depth, which I absolutely love. It's craziness. How just crazy this stuff can get. And I love it. The gameplay, it's a little cartoony, it's a little crazy, but that's what it, I mean, it's good. That's the novelty of it. And these weapons that you get are just absolutely insane. So, but that's a look at the customization. That's a look at everything here. We're going to go ahead and end this video here because next up is the gameplay. So, next video we're going to go through gameplay. We're going to play a couple matches and go from there. So, if you enjoy the content, you enjoy the video, like, favorite, subscribe, all the social things, and I'll see you in the next one.